In this Speedlings Answers video, I'm going to show you how to link up your Google Adsense account with Speedlings so that your income in Google Adsense reports and shows in the admin panel of Speedlings. Now don't worry if you don't get this part right. The most important thing is that your income shows in Google Adsense, because those are the folks that are going to pay you for this AdSense revenue. It's also important to understand that you can only track up to 200 sites. You can earn income on far more than 200 sites, but in regards to tracking, you can only track up to 200 individual sites, or what Google AdSense calls channels, from one Google AdSense account. So we're going to begin from the main part of our Google AdSense account. We're going to click on the link that says Advanced Reports. And what I want you to do in the Advanced Reports section is just simply follow along with me, maybe watch this video while you're doing it. What you're going to do is you're going to leave the box AdSense for content, and you're going to leave that as it is. And then the date range you're going to change from today to yesterday. We're going to change the date range today to yesterday. We're going to leave the show data page as it is. Then where it says show, what we're going to do is we're going to change aggregate data to channel data. And then from here what you're going to do is you're going to click the select all button, and you're going to change the radio button from group by to both. So to recap, in the show section we've changed the radio button from aggregate data to channel data. We've then selected all, and we have grouped by both. You're going to leave the choose units as combined, and then you're going to click on the display report button. From there, what we're going to do is we're going to scroll to the bottom of the page, and it's going to ask us to save the report template. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to enter a name here. Now, because I already have a report saved, we want to call that report yesterday. I'm going to simply select the yesterday report template and click save. Now, one thing that's very important for you to understand is that every time you add and want to track new channels from Google AdSense and have them show in Speedlings, and that's important, by the way, to do, because it will help with the valuation of your sites in the marketplace. You have to go through this exact process every time. So if I've got 25 channels linked up to this report, and then I go ahead and I add 5 more channels, what it's going to do is it's going to reset my report, and it's going to stop tracking over to Speedlings. So every time we add new channels, what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to go into this report right here. From this point forward, I've got one more step that I need to do, and that is I need to click on Report Manager. And in the Report Manager, what I need to do is I need to make sure that I'm sending my saved reports to Speedlings. So I'm going to click on the report name, and then I'm going to change the frequency from never to daily, and I'm going to make sure that the email address here says adsense@speedlings.com, and the format can stay CSV, and I'll click Save Changes. Now again, this must be done every time you add new channels into the system. So if you add new channels, it's going to take the report and it's going to stop sending it to Speedlings. So every time you add new channels, you must do the advanced report functionality like we just learned, and you must make sure that the report manager is dated yesterday, frequent daily, and email address adsense@speedlings.com. Now let me go ahead and show you one more thing just before we move away from this question, because again this may be part of your question that you need answered, and that is that we need to click on where it says AdSense Setup. And from AdSense Setup, what we're going to do is we're going to click on Channels right here in the middle of the page. And from Channels, what we can then do is we can add new URL channels. So I'm going to click on the URL channels link right here. The URL channels is every time you want to track a new site, either put a site on to be tracked or remove a site to be tracked, you would just simply click on Add New URL Channels here, and you could put one per line, click Add Channels. So what I want you to understand is, again, Google limits you to only tracking 200 sites. So at some point in time, you're just simply going to give up tracking channels. And that's after you get over 200 sites. It's more important that you can see your income from AdSense in your Speedlings overview, just so you don't have to keep going back and forth from place to place. Once again, if you just want to manage your income and view your income in Google AdSense, then you don't have to worry about the tracking of the reporting functionality to see it in Speedlings. So that should answer your question on how to sync up and link up the Google AdSense reporting into your Speedlings overview account.